Hi there, my name is Tristan and I'll be walking you through my technical audio reel. I've created a physics-based platformer where you control a ball that needs to collect coins and get the pickups at the end of each level. I will be explaining how I implemented the ball roll sound, the ball jump and impact sound. Then I'll discuss the coin pickup audio and how that influences the interactive music with each individual coin that is picked up. In the next level, the music switches to a new composition, which then requires you to pick up the next set of coins to get the full ensemble. After discussing the music pickup logic, I'll talk about the door button in front of me in detail. Here's a quick run through of level 2 just to show the music has been implemented properly. And our penultimate bit of script is the win game loop and pickup seen here as well as in level 1. Of course, not every game will be played perfectly, so I will then discuss the bomb pickup logic. So, let's jump right in. Event begin play of the ball pawn blueprint is called at the start of the game. The ball roll event is then posted, which continues into a boolean that distinguishes if the ball is currently on the ground or not. If it is, the floor material from a hit event sets the switch, and an RTPC controlling a Wwise blend container decides which audio is played based on the speed the ball is moving. Here's a quick look at our ball roll blend container and the RTPC controlling it in Wwise. When the ball is jumping, the boolean is set to false and it triggers a pause event in the ball movement audio. After a 0.3 second delay, it checks the can jump boolean again, and if the ball is on the ground, it posts the ball roll resume event. Next, we have the ball jump. When the jump key is pressed, the can jump boolean is checked. If it's true, it sets an RTPC based on the speed of the ball mesh, which controls a jump start sound that is then posted. After the jump start event is posted, the ball jumps and the air loop is initiated. The air loop functions similar to the ball movement, except instead of the event pausing and resuming, it sets the can jump to false to push its way through the branch, and then uses an RTPC to either get the ball mesh velocity and use that value, or to automatically set the RTPC to 0, muting it in Wwise based on whether the ball is jumping or not. Because the ball air loop is in line with the jump logic we just talked about, I had to create a check floor function that would force the can jump boolean to false anytime the ball was in the air. It made sure that the air loop plays regardless of the ball jumping on its own or not. The logic flows from the event begin play node, then sequences out to a raycast downwards, which checks for the collision type. If the collision type is floor, it sets the can jump to false, triggering the ball air loop. For our ball impact, when a hit event occurs, it gets the collision object type. The first two booleans determine if they are of that object type. Then it finds if the ball is currently in the air. If not, the can jump boolean is set to true. We then come to a branch which deems if the ball mesh velocity is greater than 0.1. If it is, it filters any impact sounds out. After, we filter out any impacts that happen within 0.2 seconds of one another. Finally, we arrive at the actual impact sound. First, the switch state is set, based on a physical material hit reference. Then, the event is posted, and the RTPC determining the player airspeed controls the impact sounds, which are defined in a Wwise blend container. The Wwise blend container has its own random containers controlling the soft and hard impacts. Moving on to our pickup audio as well as the music pickup RTPC. We'll start with our coin pickup logic, which is hosted in the pickup base parent blueprint. On overlap with the ball, a pickup function is called. When an item is picked up, it checks to see if the actor is a bomb. If it's not, the cast fails and it posts the pickup sound, which is set in the coin blueprint. It then increments your score by 2, which is being tracked by an RTPC called music layers. More on this in a bit. The music is posted in the level blueprint, which is attached to an AK music reference actor that is hidden within the level. It then chooses the composition based on which level you're currently playing. Under our music switch container, there are 2 music playlists called Level 1 and Level 2. They contain music segments, which in turn have music tracks of drums, bass, melody, harmony, and a soundscape. Each track plays when the level begins, but the music layers RTPC discussed earlier finds your score and brings the level of the individual tracks from -200 to 0 decibels when the appropriate score value is met. Next up, we have our door button. It's actually rather straightforward. When the ball pawn overlaps with the collision sphere of the button, it posts an open door event, sets an RTPC with a distance 2 node using the ball pawn and door button actor as reference. It then plays a timeline opening the door. Once the ball ends overlap, it posts a close door event, gets distance 2, and closes the door. Our penultimate blueprint is the win game loop, which is first called on event begin play. It then posts the loop sound and checks a picked up boolean. If false, it gets the distance to the ball and itself, and then sets an RTPC using that value. Then it restarts the loop until the ball overlaps with the actor, posting a win game pickup sound, and then finally setting the picked up boolean to true and posting the stop event. Last but not least, we have the bomb. In the pickup base blueprint, we have 2 AK audio event references, the pickup sound and bomb fuse sound. By hosting it all in the pickup base and setting it in the individual blueprints, we can post the events using one call instead of many. On event begin play, we get the bomb fuse sound and follow the exact same logic used in the win game loop. Once the ball overlaps with the bomb, it triggers the on pickup function that we saw earlier, which casts to the bomb. Since this time our cast is a bomb, the cast succeeds, setting the picked up boolean to true, posting the fuse stop event. Then it posts the bomb explosion event, getting the pickup sound from the bomb blueprint, and decrements your score by -2. The decremented score does affect the music layers RTPC though, so by hitting the bomb, you won't be getting the full composition of music, even if you collect all of the coins in the game. I realized there are multiple ways of implementing my audio and executing my blueprints. I'm looking forward to diving into those methods further in the future. However, due to a deadline, I landed on using the methods I discussed earlier. That concludes my audio technical demo reel. Thank you so much for watching.